in there.
Anyway,
warm-up ending.
Let's
get
games.
into it right here.
MIBR and G2, and the odds, of course, provided to you by
not a very
bookkeepers.
extreme
Damn,
race there,
son.
is it?
The bookmakers, not the keepers. Those are two different jobs, Alex. I always do that.
Like the crypt keeper, bookkeeper?
No,
or?
they're not. These guys aren't making the books.
Oh, the bookkeeper's the one who's like, you're like similar to an accountant.
Yeah,
like the ledger.
Essentially, they just do your finances for you. But these guys make the books, and we're going to be getting into it.
No.
Yeah, all parts of the book: the front of the book, middle of the book, and the back of the book. Trace.
Trace knows
very
well about the back of the book.
No, the very back pages.
The
though.
very back pages.
Usually some sort of biography.
Oh, I love
like
this.
where you find the index, right?
Yeah.
3 out pop fast and holding the line, but not connecting the shots initially. Jax and Hunter, however, make good on their promise, and Jax is feeling frisky.
One click. Adios.
Slap him with your
Stick.
bullets. Good shots.
There we go.
Kenny does find Fallen.
KNG, though.
KNG's giving it a shot. Wants to make this all the heroics from Jax redundant. It's not going to be easy, but a 1 versus 3 scene set, and from behind the possibility, KNG's conscious of it, and so they have stacked up nicely for a potential trade. That's an important duel. Can't make it clean, and so now KNG with his naked, unarmored body will go down.
I think if he survives that duel, he has a pretty good shot of actually getting a bomb plant down.
Did he not buy anything? Just
KNG?
Yeah.
No, he would have bought something.
He got 3
got
kills.
3 kills,
He got
yeah.
3 kills, okay. Those 3 to bring it down to that circumstance. Excuse me. Burning the midnight oil in my body clock right now. I apologize for the inconsistencies in my
It's okay. We do
maths.
blame it completely on you and only on you.
Thank you.
It is okay.
I mean, I've always been a pretty good scapegoat.
Nice.
For some reason, I thought you said scapegoat.
Yeah,
like a skating goat.
I've been pretty good at it. It's a really kind of niche cosplay I've been working on.
It's like an anamorph
yeah,
with a skateboard.
Yeah, it's a little kind of furry, a little anamorph, a little everything.
A little bit, yeah.
Horns,
So everybody can feel attached to it.
popping
like,
ollies,
really, yeah.
you know, the whole package.
Did you skate when you were younger?
Did I skate? I was more of a rollerblade guy.
Ooh,
right.
inline, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Congratulations on being part of the modern
Yeah, but it
times.
was never as cool because you always had to be that guy that, like, you know, they're skating to the shops and you're like, yeah, I'll just
Hang outside.
I'll have my shoes in my bag. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll just got to slip these on. You know,
Did you do like the full commit where you like remove the 2 mid?
I was never that cool.
No, that's wild. That doesn't seem like.
It's like next step X Games.
I'm skating backwards.
Yeah, dude. I'm on the. I got the ski swagger though. I can ski backwards.
Okay. I do like the rollerblade, but I haven't done it in a long time.
Are you a twin tip guy or?
I am. I have.
Yeah.
I've just sold my. Well, just. I didn't sell them necessarily, but I gave my skis away.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
You don't have them anymore.
In my recent emigration to Malta.
Yeah,
Just
not a lot
move.
of skiing places. in
Yeah,
Malta.
I was like, you know what? It's about that time I treated myself.
This isn't going to fit in my luggage, so probably going to have to leave this one here.
Yeah.
Accepted loss.
But a bomb plant, hey, that's not bad.
It's very good.
Very little invested. 2 bodies dropped. Mayan actually responsible for both of them. And that is a lovely start from MIBR. Nothing invested, and yet now so much extra cash to splash coming into the 3rd.
But yeah, you were talking about like a ski trip.
Yes, thinking about it. Thinking January.
What's like the destinations or potential ones? Is like Alps we're talking about,
I
or
mean, it's something relatively European, I think, is the plan.
Yeah, not going to like
we
Chile
looked at
or
like
something.
Japan and like Colorado, and it's amazing.
Japan
places.
would be pretty wild.
Yeah,
Japan would be a dual-purpose trip.
Yeah, of course it would. But
Yeah.
it would be so incredible. But I just don't think we have the like. Why would
It's
we
like
punish
you
ourselves?
finally
with time
have some
off?
time. Yeah, it's like
we
let's
just spend another 15 hours on a plane. That just I don't know. Yeah.
You're a glutton for punishment at times, so
Yeah,
I feel like that entire Lanshan group just
I've just got the
loves.
memory of a goldfish. I just like
It's not that bad.
No,
Or
I
like,
just-
yeah, it's fine.
yeah, it's it can't be that bad. Oh, I love work. I love that, and then it's then you remember. But honestly, I I feel very fortunate to be sharing this couch with you, talking about a video game, gentlemen. It's an honor.
It's not half bad, is it?
It's not half bad. It is, however, for a moment for Jax will be bailed out. Nice little smoke grenade.
So many Molotovs. He doesn't know
Where
where
does
to
he go? He's found a safe corner, and now with his thumb on the blade, he can
shell shocked.
escape. That was a little dicey, but nobody's dropped just yet. MIBR very comfortable coming into this one. 3 Kriegs into the 3rd. They've definitely got a weapon of choice when the money's flowing.
Jax hasn't been necessarily skated straight. Still playing pretty aggressively. If this ends up being like an inner hit, it's going to be right behind everyone. Might see some action earlier. I think Was it Astralis who did like this? No, I think maybe it was Mouse Sports did this on Train. Like I guess an alternative way of taking pop control where they throw the molly down and just drop into the molly.
Yeah, no,
Like
we've seen that one,
Robs
yeah.
did that. Yeah.
Robs has been hitting that ridiculous shot we saw it not too long ago.
Yeah, just like one tap and then up the ladder.
Yep, straight up and oh damn, couldn't convert. Despite the damage inflicted, now just 3 CTs with their limited weaponry, and oh, Kenny in the flames for a moment, doesn't stop him returning to find just the first, because it's KNG, the superior of the Ks in our 3rd round. Hunter's got absolutely nothing to say about this one, Trace.
No, he doesn't.
I'll tell you that much. He's silent. Gag order issued.
Bomb also planted. While he does have a kit, maybe perhaps he can pick up a weapon.
Yeah, what's he fishing for?
Walk
Okay.
right off. The M4 is what he's going to elect to save, and we're going to see the first round here for MIBR in what is the last map of the day. The train yard.
Would you rather?
Okay, this is good. I like
Yeah.
this.
Would you rather lose your team the major with a clutch scenario?
All right.
Okay, so like
So it's like a fair 50-50 kind of thing?
Match
or?
point 1v1,
Yeah.
and then the enemy proceed to win the match off the back
Or
of that.
lose a 2v1
Or-
on breach.
Or
Sorry.
or lose a 2v1 in a show match.
Oh.
Golden round. No, I was just started talking there. I didn't have
You didn't have the second part of
Yeah.
the
Dude,
major
no, all of my
conundrum.
would you rathers are probably not broadcast friendly, man. I'm gonna be.
Oh
real.
yeah, fair.
Well, let's push the envelope here.
Okay.
Let's see where we can take this.
Well, one of my favorites was, would you rather have
A horse-sized duck fight 100
No,
duck
it's,
sized horses.
oh, how does it go?
Do you want to Google it or something?
Guys, you know you're capable of talking as well. Like
No,
I'm-
we're just like so in.
Yeah,
I'm not like-
invested into
I
what
just-
you're doing here.
I was hoping you would get there, but it's fine. It's
No,
fine.
give me a moment.
You think about that.
Yeah, I
We're
thought-
going to talk a little bit of
Yeah,
counter.
I was like stroking my chin. I thought I was like I needed time. You know. I was
Okay.
gonna
no, you're
we'll,
fine.
We'll give you some
get
moments.
the right one here.
You ride your wave. We're riding the hyper wave and hoping this round will crescendo upwards.
All right, let me think.
G2 have actually managed to muster a buy and a decent one at that. Kenny with the AWP. No armor. Doesn't really seem to phase him as he moves aggressively to find Fur. Gives Jax some additional playroom as well in towards teammate.
That he has found. He does have a little bit of room to run here. Towards team main, he's going to give a little bit of intel over there for the side of G2, dropping a smoke close to give the illusion that perhaps
Nifty.
there's no one there.
Well, they're not
There
going to
you
flash
go.
it either.
They're going to walk right into his FAMAS. There's one kill. Can he get two? He does secure it. But Mayern is going to be the one that comes out on top, ultimately putting an end to Jackson that round. He's done plenty, though. And now a 4 versus 2 here for G2.
Nice first shot there from Taco, but Omnic has found Mayern, so still a pretty tall order, and can't really do anything about that sandwich.
Yeah, that was nice from Hunter. Just tucking in around that bomb train enabled the free frag for Amanek to arrive, and so do G2, extending their lead 3-1, and a timeout call. There might be. I probably want to crunch the numbers, whip out the abacus, work out what everyone can afford.
Kind of have to imagine that Train would be one of the tougher maps to play if you're a fairly new team. Alexi talked about it when they were on the couch that they stepped away from Vertigo because it was Ensis permaban. Issa didn't enjoy it much. Seemed to be a consensus amongst the team that wasn't what they wanted to dive into, especially because of all the changes and whatnot. But just in general, from a technical point of view, T-side Train not
It's
having
strange,
a
isn't
lot
it?
of time with it.
That seems like a flawed plan from them because, you know, all the other teams have had so much more time to refine
perfect
and
the other
develop
maps.
whereas like Vertigo, if you've not got, you haven't got a head start and you're going into competition with,
clean slate kind
a
of
clean
thing.
slate, an unknown entity, why not refine the map that you know you're going to have an equal amount of time on as your opponent?
That's true, actually, especially because it does reset. Everybody keeps going back to
like why not
start.
that would be a pretty good one to refine, or at least to have a head start upon.
Yeah,
Interesting.
put in the fundamentals, right?
Yeah,
so you know you can
as
actually.
a possibility.
It's a fair point, actually.
Oh dear, fallen. He's
a little bit too quick on the trigger.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's going to do for Mayan and his information conveying here from Pop.
Oh man,
wow, my
mouse
vision is
bugged.
terrible.
Oh. I guess Fallen might have to dive on a grenade or something to buy some space for his team with that smoke not going down. He is the one sitting on a pistol. Right now, though, is this going to be an inner split?
It looks
Through
like
backline.
Well, the Ivy presence is probably going to be unannounced until contact. So
Oh,
now
yeah.
with the smoke coming down.
That's yeah. They actually had to use I guess a replacement smoke to get that down
Yeah,
there.
but that's going to work out wonderfully. Look at this. Now let's see how the CTs get pincered in. There's 3 on outer at the moment.
How?
And still they look so quiet. Kenny is aware of this gap thanks to the smoke going down and catches the first on the cross. Second does not get past. Kenny does completely hamstrung this 2-pronged assault. They've lost 50% of the mix, and now he's already arriving perfectly when he needs to, like a wizard, like Gandalf himself. A chance for a third, and it's magical. No issues here whatsoever. Merry and Pippin messing around in Hobbiton. But fortunately, the fireworks do not harm any of the hobbits here to celebrate Bilbo Baggins' 100th birthday.
Yeah, man. Right here in Train.
That was my Fellowship of the Ring-inspired
Reference.
reference. I suppose.
Sort of parody that we're running here alongside.
Well, I don't know. I just started talking about Gandalf and how he arrives exactly when he means to, and then I was like, oh, the fireworks and the goofs and the gaffs. It's a nice mood, you know.
The gaffs. Can't forget those.
MIBR actually kind of make a decent ordeal out of all of that, even though they obviously lose the round. Time runs out. 2 players survive, and they drag out, what, 3 G2 members at the very end of it? So it does become a pretty expensive affair, actually, for the Frenchies. I guess now that actually kind of annoys me with national or like multinational teams. I can't call them like Frenchies or
Yeah, well, you
Swedes or something. Yeah, now
the
I have
Great
to be
Danes. It's like the great international roster.
like the French, Serbian,
Hang on.
Great
Bosnian
international roster with one Dane.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Great Dane, which is also a very lovable dog.
Huge dog.
Big.
I kind of like the
big
dogs that
pup.
look like horses, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have one myself, but
Like a bull mastiff, like big
oh,
old
those
dog. You just
giant things.
put a saddle on it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
St. Bernards.
Yeah. Yorkies.
Yeah, those are full-size barrels around those Bernards' necks, by the way. Like if you haven't seen one in person, that's a real size. That's like a full-size whiskey barrel for their mountain rescue. And straight into the fray, we are going to be seeing an easy catch for Fallen. There we go. Way in.
Okay.
Kenny does tuck himself up nicely, and a quick adjustment. He's definitely on the ball today, as I am often on my circus tour. And now Kenny continuing his maneuvers. He's going to make plenty of noise, but avoided the flash perfectly. And so a little gift from the heavens will fall, and MNX continuing to extend it. Looks like G2 really are going to be refined here on Train.
Yeah, looking strong so far. We're looking at them probably picking up their 5th round right here, especially after that kill by Nexa. MIBR, Krieg in hand, finding one onto Nexa. Can't seemingly spin around on a dime and do the same to Amanek, who will get the best of him, 5-1.
How much is a dime?
10 cents.
Thank you.
Oh.
Why are we all using funny numbers? 10 cents is almost the same. Dime, 10 cents.
That's it,
2
yeah.
extra syllable. I mean, I acknowledge it. What's so a quarter's 25? That makes sense.
Nickel.
And what's a nickel?
Nickel is 5.
Nickel's
Okay.
5.
A penny is 1. A penny is a cent.
A cent. A single cent.
A
God, it
single
sounds
cent.
weird. Penny sounds so much better. But we have lots of pence and pennies in our
Pence,
British currency.
pennies.
Plummeting probably at this point in time.
Actually, probably in real time, you know, to be honest.
Anyway,
Probably a graph you can watch about that. Boom.
Kenny's good for the opening shot, at least. Nearly gets a follow-up through the smoke. So it's going to be Amanek to join the party. Where's that from?
hand cannon from Fur.
Came out towards the box.
Swung out.
Any of you fired a deagle before?
Like a pistol?
Desert Eagle, yeah. 50
No.
caliber bullet from that handgun.
Not from
I imagine that puppy
Deagle.
kicks.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Only thing I've fired is
It does in Mayen's hands.
Oh, boy. That could easily be the second kill right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
he was so
baited.
quick with it, too.
Yeah. He just had a little wiggle of anxiety as he had the nade and the pull pin. The pull pinned.
The pin pulled.
That's, I mean, either's good. Whatever you want.
Tomato, potato, whatever, really.
Okay.
Shot 50 caliber machine guns. That's pretty wild.
Damn.
Oh, I can imagine.
Boom, boom. Oh, that was a good. Damn.
Sorry, man.
It's guttural, isn't it?
I've only like fired the super old. Did you ever fire an HG3?
What is that?
Hey,
I don't know.
HG3?
I've never heard of that.
It's like an old AR.
Oh.
It's just like standardized in a Norwegian military.
Honestly, we had they were Mark 19s is what they were called, but they shot a grenade, and it was a belt-fed grenade
Wait, it's like a
launcher.
noob tube?
What? Jesus.
Oh yeah, talk about being the king of the world.
You're just throwing
Damn.
grenades out at what kind of RPM?
Like you're shooting
way
it
too
out.
fast RPM. Like, I'm assuming it was like
Yeah.
that's
So
like
anyway.
a roided noob tube and COD.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we're looking at.
A belt fed one at that.
That's nuts.
It's a different time, a past life.
And at the moment, does seem like Fur doesn't have long left of his round 8 life. Perhaps a change, have fallen, fluffed his lines again.
That flash from
Squandered their
Nexa.
chances. Good setup from Nexa. Hunter confirmed it, and so the round will match a 7th now for G2, as MIBR's T-side has really left them looking uninspired. A quick recap, if we bring up that scoreboard, you can see how the rounds have unfolded. Simply one pistol and converted, a slight impact in the 3rd, but immediately silenced as a 4-round consecutive run now from G2.
Yes, indeedy.
I have to say that knife on for like the classic knife
It's
doesn't look too shabby with the.
Oh, don't. You're
The
gonna
classic knife. Now, that's a talking point, isn't it, Alex?
It certainly is. Henry Greer,
Greer.
splashing the cash in a
Ooh-wee.
12-hour turnaround at home, actually. We had time for probably about 3 matchmaking games.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got his
Then
money's
we had
worth.
to start getting the laundry out, drying it off, and
Things
heading
happen.
on back out on the road.
Next thing you know, new knife in the inventory, feeling good,
Treated
looking
himself.
better.
He felt great for like
Did he
a
get any
solid 20-30 minutes.
At least the first 5 rounds of the game.
Yeah,
And
look,
then
it does look good. I'll tell you that.
Did he get a knife kill with it?
I don't think so, but he was just admiring its
I like it too.
its
I
reveal.
I want one.
Treat yourself, man. It's
Yeah.
Christmas. It's Christmas.
500 pounds.
It's Christmas, guys.
You can probably buy a really sick, like, chef's quality sushi, pro grade, pressed steel, Damascus steel, real life.
Now
knife.
that's a wear I haven't heard of before.
Like for your lifetime kitchen achievements, you could actually probably buy a real one.
oh, by
You know, like
far,
in like
yeah.
a bamboo, platinum,
Executive
Super duper
lounge.
fan-
wooden,
yeah.
walnut, Japanese maple
Mahogany,
box.
mahogany.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying like golden
Mixed with
inlay.
cypress.
dark redwood. All of the trees are in there.
All the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saving the
And
environment on that
Taco
one.
does
So-
break his knees. He's going straight in. Immediately silenced. If Hunter hadn't have quite landed on that little step, problems could have arose. And Kenny, whoops, is going to opt to smoke that one off. Can't quite cower. He can now. The flames are so good, and even better,
Wow.
will actually take a complete and total frag Mayan. A little caught unawares there, and looks like a promising start here from G2. MIBR another round of an early disadvantage and unable to overcome it with their current set of circumstance.
That's what I like to call Argentinian barbecue.
Argentinian barbecue. Is that such a thing?
Probably.
I've had Argentinian steak. That
There's
was-
Southern
oof,
barbecue,
damn.
might
Yeah,
as well.
Argentinian steakhouse.
Brazilian barbecue.
Brazilian barbecue
Japanese
is
barbecue.
fantastic. Holy Lord.
I had Hawaiian barbecue for the first time today.
Yeah, it's true.
That was a new experience for me.
It's a new life, really. Kind of opened your doors to mayonnaise and everything, didn't it?
I wonder if the average viewer is aware of esports addiction to Korean barbecue.
See,
Well,
that-
I think that's a very sort of cordoned off problem. Whereas, Jason O'Toole would be a main culprit. Don't want to name any names.
Dude, everyone's
Certainly a guy.
obsessed. Everyone's obsessed, man. I'm like.
I'm not super
I
sold.
don't-
I think Brazilian barbecue is
so
better than
I'm
Korean
with you.
barbecue.
I'm with you on that one, Trace.
Okay,
100%.
so I'm obviously talking to the wrong set of esports personalities. But
Oh, because
we're
we
on
have
the
taste
other
buds.
side.
from my experience,
We can read too. It's insane.
Dude, I'm not like some sort of like crazy advocate for KBBQ, but I
But-
tell
You
you
enjoy
now,
it?
I mean, I'll eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like particularly obsessed, but I have observed I swear I've seen Olaf Meister at every KBBQ join at every event.
I think that goes for entirety of phase.
Yeah, probably,
I think
actually.
the
That
only
was-
thing
that
they
was-
eat is Korean barbecue.
Yeah, maybe.
There's more out there. There's more barbecues. Why
There
settle
is.
for just one barbecue that happens to be Korean?
I remember when I first had a brisket in Texas, and my whole life had kind of changed.
Yeah, the meat just kind of melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it was kind of like eating kind of textured, meaty butter
I've never had brisket.
in a way. You never had brisket?
No, never ever.
Wow. Okay. How old are you, man? Like fucking 50?
Like
92?
52 and a
Come
half?
on, man.
Yeah.
You
Christ,
should
man.
probably have tried it by now.
I think it's about time. Get
There's a
yourself
lot
in
of things
there.
I haven't tried.
Re-smoke just at the perfect time. That's
Ah.
just before the flame did die, so an instant pop, and they can't do anything about it. There is still 2 players leaning in on the inner site, and it does seem like we're going to be seeing a different look from MIBR. They're trying something different.
Oh, boy.
This is going to be a second smoke. Lovely hold. I
Oh.
think the CTs haven't even pushed for information here. They are just investing that utility to drain the clock. And there will still be plenty of time for them to set this one up. So you're going to be seeing the smokes deployed towards ramp and
Oh, boy.
deeper down towards the Z, pushing in. Hunter can tuck in initially. Kenny going to be cautious of his push. And that's a huge frag from Taco. That's the way in. There's still 2 CTs to be hustled away. And Taco actually takes another. His heroics on Vertigo.
Oh, that's
don't
a half
stop
check.
just
That's a half
yet.
check.
And Hunter. He fights straight back. G2, they're not out of this one just yet. In fact, now problems really starting to arise. Fur's got no health. The bomb's loose.
No time.
And there is just no time like the present for Hunter because he's found another. Just Mayan. A Molotov, a flash, and 3 bodies to find. 10 seconds. He's not even going to leave upper, I don't think. He's not going to be allowed to. Yeah, he's just going to have to keep hold of his weapon.
That went from looking so well.
And in such a short space of time.
Yeah.
I don't remember who was planting the bomb initially.
I think it was Fallen.
But they certainly looked there.
And
you think, okay, well, it'll dawn on him in a second. He'll just, nope, not going to happen.
Got to get that bomb down.
Wrecked, really. 9-1. Here are your Betway odds.
Not looking too favorable for MIBR now, considering where we started. It was what, 1.8 to 1.85 or something to separate them at the start.
You're right. Damn, a real turnaround for G2 CT side, admittedly. And I really should be reminding you that this is Train, and this is...
Yeah.
I'm glad you got us covered,
Go on.
Alex, on that one.
Keep going, Alex.
Would you like me to explain that
Yeah,
one to you?
go on.
This is the CT side of Train, and G2... Should they concede a couple towards the tail end of this round with some interesting antics from Kenny there as he has just fallen and given them away straight into an equalizing frag. It does favor MIBR here, but you know what? A 9-5, 9-6? Game on, man.
Have you ever heard of French barbecue? That's just not something I've ever heard of.
No, I think just because there's alternative methods to the cooking process that were more popular on the European side of things.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like there's a lot of frying involved.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
A lot of... Baking.
Yeah, French bakery.
Didn't whip out the charcoal as much.
Well,
now let's see how this one does conclude. Amanex tucking in, and Hunter actually bringing the AWP off of the cold Kenny corpse. Doing it dry, and we know that's not the best recipe for success.
absolutely.
Look how it's punished. Although,
This is gonna be
that plant spot, Amanek could not be in a better spot. What is this? MIBR admittedly have had but 12 scrims in order to screw their heads onto a wide variety map pool. We heard that from Ricardo earlier. But their first successful venture onto Vertigo. Train does seem like a little bit of a distant dream at this point.
Work in progress?
Certainly. Yeah, certainly. I mean, the T-side of Train, I'd give a team a little longer to get that T-side refined.
I feel like I still have no idea what I'm doing on T-side of trains when I play it.
I just say smoke in 5 lane, and then I throw a flashbang, and then usually die.
I pretty much, I throw my smoke for
Ooh, here we go. Perfect flash.
Nearly had the follow-up.
That's one of those rounds where you're like, you know what, guys? Stand back. I got this.
I got this.
Just follow me out. Don't bait me.
Damn. Brave and traded. Now into the site. This is looking so much better. A bit more of a proactive MIBR. Molly's just good enough.
Oh, nice.
Good spread.
Very much a faster pace right there from MIBR.
Yeah, I mean, it took someone just to take some initiative. I don't know who that was to jump down first, but that really did give them the space they needed.
KNG that ran out.
Yeah, okay, and then Taco managed to get the trade. Now look at it. Jax perhaps in a prime position, but Fallen will check it and caught off on the switch. Was that? Looked like he had this weapon out initially. Now Fur realizing he has to try and level the odds, and his teammate's already fallen. This is a problem.
And Aki Momo.
Smoke, diffuse, and nothing he can do about it. Another round for G2. Close, but absolutely no cigars.
Nope, no cigars to be found here. Not one in sight. 11-1 MIBR falling to the wayside here. And we're going to see a timeout come out for them as well. Yeah. They're going to have to go back to the board.
Take a minute. Take a breather.
Initial strategy is fine, though. Like on MIBR side, it's just what they do in the afterplants. It's not working out. 2 instances where we've seen Fallen kind of do, well, we're not really sure what's going on. Looked like he had his weapon up.
Yeah,
drew
he's had a
the
couple
knife
of those.
or nade in that one, and then same thing with the bomb where he kind of half checks the corner.
That's right, yeah. What was that? When was that? Is that this map?
Like 2 rounds ago.
Damn.
But anyway.
It was actually yesterday,
You did say
Alex.
Goldfish, Alex, and I think the Goldfish has a memory like 3 seconds or something.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually true. I think we've actually been giving Goldfish a bad name with that whole...
Yeah, and eating, just miniatures
of
them. But
maybe we just told ourselves that because they live in a tiny glass
so we're
bowl,
the master
right?
type thing, yeah.
So it's like, so we feel better about it being stuck in a tiny area. It's just like, no, it doesn't remember.
I never really had the fishes growing up.
Me neither.
It's a strange concept. Fishes.
Them fishes.
Did I
Yeah,
say
them
fishes?
chips and fishes.
I did not. Pushing out though, man. Look at this. Oh, the bravery!
Wow.
The transfer. He gets all three. Lines them up, knocks them down, and Fur ensures that this round is theirs. That is maybe a way in actually for Nexa.
Have you really done it again, Alex?
I will bite my tongue. Smoke and all of his utility deployed as he wants to give himself a best shot. Will force the pull back, but this is a very difficult site to play into a clutch retake, and KNG ensures it. Wow, Mayan, that was sensational start.
It's like they took the successes of KNG the round prior, getting out there,
Yeah.
and said, you know what, Mayan, your turn.
Okay, and Fallen's got the spawn now. I wonder if he's going to try and catch the same CT's crossing.
Everybody gets a go?
Yeah, like Mayan had a good time. Now it's time to see if Fallen wants to profit from it. He has got an AWP in front of him, so he might just want to go ahead and draw that first blood on the CTs. They got caught out so well by that flashbang and Mayan push. Looks like he's actually heading into inner, interestingly enough. I wonder if he's going to keep the pace up for that one, though.
Quick
see if he
lower
can catch
peek.
that. Yeah, lower peak. There is going to be someone delivering it. Here comes the trouble. Just going to be holding the nade, playing very passive. Nexa does not need to challenge. In fact, he'll hear a couple of steps and a scope if Fallen continues to right-click. Contact again.
Oh, I like this.
Okay, and no AWP holding him down. Instead, the spray's not going to connect. Fur falls, no trade. Instead, they hit the brakes, and Fallen's alongside him, but his teammates are falling left and right. In the flames, he's forced back, and a disaster to get the 14th round started for MIBR. My God.
It was all a ruse. Don't worry about it. KNG is in the back lines.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It was all part of the plan.
You know, you got a confirmation that Dominic's playing. Oh, wait.
Hi.
That's less than ideal.
It's a real nasty way to go. The bomb in Jax's grasp, but T-spawn, no less.
Just knife out.
And KNG's under the skin of Kenny, so perhaps the two of them put their heads together.
This is a pretty messy round if you think about just player
Good
positioning.
grief. Yes, it is wild.
People are dying in interesting positions.
And Hunter's Hunt, living up to the name. Oof, won't get another. Jax ensures Fallen will not be fragging, but it's still been made doable. Manageable mouthful now for KNG.
There's mouthfuls. They're going to have quite a few of them here. G2. 12-2. Lot to say.
And
Big statements.
map 2 of our final series here at CS Summit.
Of the first day of the
5th edition.
5th edition, but also, again, the first of something else.
I don't
First
know
of
what
his
I said,
name.
dude. Yeah, I don't know.
First of his name.
Told you. I have no idea. I just hope my
Second
mouth
of the Andals.
sounds come out. Like, there's no real processing.
It's happening, but also
Oh, I think we're going to see that AWP fight. He's coming. I can feel it in my bones. He's going to walked straight into that line off this bomb train. No. Looks to opt instead for the closer angle.
somebody's about to get wrecked. That's what we know. Those are the 100% details that you
Yeah?
need to know as you're
All
watching.
right. The Trace Savant has kicked in and
Wrecked.
Again,
Kenny
he
S.
does not get much of a chance to pull the trigger. A quick execution, and now not perhaps ready for this off angle on the top of the train. A nice.
Is there like some shadows that might be working in his favor if he keeps on? No, definitely
Look
not.
at
Ooh.
that. That's an easy catch for Jax's angle. Now they go hunting court on the ladder for a good spray, and not quite going to connect the ridiculous tap, but repositioning into a second or a third as Trade's favouring MIBR. This is an important and integral third round for their T side before this half concludes. And to contest its Nexa gets the first opportunity, but now being peppered away, drawing the fire for his teammate. Nexa's cognizant that he has to be cautious of the flank. Mayan confirms it. And so a 12-3 half, ladies and gentlemen, CS Summit 5's final half is coming to you after the break. We are back in business. We are back into the action.
Back at it again.
One final half of Counter-Strike. Now, there is a possibility that G2 could close this one out quick. There has been a distinct leaning in the direction of the frags from Jax and Hunter. My goodness, between them, 36 frags posted.
Maths on point now, Mr.
Buddy.
Richardson.
18 times 2.
Look who actually had their caffeine kick in.
Ooh, baby.
I've got my monster
double.
energy flowing through my veins and ready to bring you the action for what could be that comeback MIBR desire. Unfortunately, for them, their first half was a little of a woeful start on their T side.
Weak.
Yeah, weak is.
It was
But
rough.
the
Accurate,
5 Kevlar vests. Let's see if they can just throw their bodies into what at the moment is a two-man hold. Taka responsible for upper. He has the advantage of just leaping
Oh,
straight.
my
God!
Oh, that was Kenny all the way.
He just gobbled up those bullets. KNG does throw one in return, nicely connecting into two, and he's got a chance to repossess. How has he got away with that? A chance for a third here, fortunately punished. Now the frags go back in favor of G2, and they keep coming. My God, MIBR, they were given a silver platter from KNG. Away back in, but the frags do start to get evenly distributed amongst the G2 boys, and doesn't look like there's much Fallen can say about this one. He knows there's a presence behind him, has to swing in. The pain train has no brakes and is just rattling through the MIBR station at this point in time.
Hey, sometimes the brakes, you really got to beat them off there.
Yep, and the odds, of course, brought to you by Betway are on your screen. You can see that there is a distinct favor, in fact, to the point where I wouldn't even bother supporting G2 at this point if you're feeling it.
Just going to be happy with the win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just hope you put the bet on at the start of the game, I think. Because at this point, 13-3, my goodness. You can see the odds heavily favor G2, and for good reason. There is very little options available to MIBR at this point in time. The only chance perhaps could come from some early round heroics with this Desert Eagle or a smoke grenade as well for Fur, should he need to get himself out of a tight spot. And a tight spot does look to be on the cards if he continues to stick around. Nice shot into the shoulder blade. Jax will throw a Molotov and a flash combination. Fallen holding them back at range and gives his teammate another chance to swing in with some 50 caliber rounds. Not quite going to be connecting, and this round, I told you, is crucial. Amanex 10 does connect onto Fur, and now the body's starting to drop. This does look like 14.
That it does. Kenny S having a pretty good game overall.
Boop.
There's Fallen with a little bit of a response on him.
Ace clutch,
with
man.
the scout. This would be a far-fetched reach, and it's certainly not going to land. 14-3 is what we have in front of us. G2 finding the footing that they needed, and obviously have not let off the gas since then.
Not decelerating.
Just want to get it over and done with as quickly as possible. MIBR, obviously, with the investment in that previous round, doesn't really have too much to go with in the follow-up. So very likely to see G2 get to map point pretty damn early. We'll see if MIBR has a pretty much perfect CT half to follow this up on.
Let's see, with this aggressive push up Ivy, that does mean that the T's could get pressed in on. If they're a little too passive here, G2 could, get caught out. The timing does seem to favor them because they're not going to hear this. But into the outer sight, just with these silent USPs, and hopefully the silence continues with the steps as well. USPS. Oh, that's what the S stands for.
Silence. Yes,
No,
because
steps,
otherwise,
I meant, dude, I was just trying to mess up.
it's a USP.
Wow, I get it now. Dude, I was obviously saying steps. I'm not saying USPS means. Oh, silence! Oh, what a revelation!
Wow!
And actually, a revelation for MIBR because the frags keep coming. My goodness, but with just 1 point of health, Taco's found a long-range connection with the Mac 10 and Nexa to stop that defuse. There isn't any kit in play though, so Nexa can just run in, and the round still goes the way of G2.
Had to stop yourself there. I know that that one could have went the other way. But, of course, G2 finding that 15th round does mean that they are exactly where they want to be.
This is a quick round. Damn.
Potentially of the day.
MIBR only a couple of days to really integrate a new player into their roster. Map pool, of course, going to be sparse. However, Vertigo successful, and now does seem like Train has been truly tested quickly and efficiently by the G2 boys. This is going to be a big win under their belt. And there is pretty much nothing MIBR can say if these double orbs don't start firing ridiculous shots. Already Hunter ahead of the Molotov, and he can find a first frag. Perfect flash as well. Wow. Look at the timing on that. Mayan punished for some aggression with a perfect little set piece. Gobbles up the flash, and the frag presented over to Amanek. They started off, and it's actually going to be Kenny to perhaps finish it off. Fallen says no. Double orbs are connecting. This is what we were talking about. Jax silences one. Fallen perhaps looking to make good on his promise in this 2v2, and likely going to be an afterplant as well. Amanek likely just clearing out that site. Taco, however, a presence in Pop could contest this bomb plant.
Yes, it certainly could be there. Taco and Fallen are going to have to come together for this one, and certainly that's not a good step in either direction if you are the side of MIBR. Taco falls, does leave it in a 2v1. Just Fallen here. AWP does have a kit, bomb having been planted. Now we're going to see that post-plant scenario that you only see in your nightmares.
Oh, and that was a real shot. Not going to connect, and so a quickie. is concluded here to finish things off. G2 16, just 3 for MIBR, not a single round to show for the second half.
The final blows, really.
That was actually their map pick.
That was their map pick, yeah, and Vertigo working out an interesting turn of events, a bit of a couple of twists in the tail, there's no doubt about it, here at CS Summit 5. And I think MIBR, all things considered, probably just going to go ahead and just review that train, and that's going to give you a lot more to work off, right? That's your first official on train. You're considering like what your map could be, and I think it's clear that train perhaps needs a little more work. Maybe even consider that Vertigo conversation we were having earlier.
Yeah.
However, like that's clearly something that you've already got a couple of
You've spent time on.
Yeah.
And it shows there for the side of MIBR, especially over on Vertigo, like you're talking about. Like, you can see it with some of their utility usage. You could just see them feeling a little bit more comfortable there than, say, what we just saw on train. So maybe bygones be bygones.
Perhaps discomfort, clear for the map pool at this moment. Jack's trying.
All right.
Okay.
A little bit of a
He's keeping his feet warm intermittently.
intermittent
Intermittent.
intermittent heating.
Yo, Kenny, you want to hang out?
Kenny, talk to us, friend.
Come put a headset on. It's more
Come here.
intimate.
Yeah.
It's nicer.
Come hang out, dude. What's good?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome.
Don't worry about that.
Come on in. You
Just
can
have a
sweat.
seat. A little bit of a headset.
Mr. Schmidt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
bro.
Hold on. Let me fix you there real quick, buddy.
Finger on my mouth, bro, like that.
Oh,
Oh.
get it right in
Whatever
there.
you're into, man. Oh, Kenny. Well, I mean, congratulations. I guess that was a quick second map. My goodness. Yeah.
Thank you.
But question, Vertigo. So you picked
You picked Vertigo.
You picked Vertigo.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
How-
Apparently.
What went wrong?
I don't know. I feel like since the beginning of the day we pretty much like pretty sloppy start.
Yeah.
Even against Furia, like both maps were pretty sloppy. Pretty much the same against MIBR on the first map. I actually forgot. I'm super
No,
tired.
dude,
I literally
It's-
forgot what
Everybody's
happened.
on that
We're
page.
all in the
That's
same
fine,
page.
yeah.
Dude, a question though, a bit more of a simple one. Have you been working on your sandbags lineup
Yeah.
to go for that crouch peek onto the?
Yeah, I did.
What did you find? Just like a letter or something, a shape to hold. for
Bro,
the
I
head?
just went on a server alone and find out alone, you know?
Yeah.
And,
It's like
uh,
give away
it looks
secrets?
good though,
Yeah.
bro. It looks spicy, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people will do it now. So
Did
but
Fallen
the-
try to do it to you?
yes, but I also know the counter. So
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Aha.
He didn't.
Yeah, when he creates a weapon, he also
does.
creates a failsafe.
Yeah,
right.
mostly.
Chessmaster.
I understand.
400 IQ
Magnus
play.
Bloody Carlson.
Thank you.
Are we supposed to do anything to round out this day?
I think if we're meant to do stuff, we would be told. And
Yeah, I
But,
reckon
you know, how about we look at the group standings?
yeah, that's a good one.
That's-
Good
let's
call.
do
Good
that.
call.
Let's do that.
But Kenny, walk us through what it is that you see in front of you.
Oh,
I see that we are first.
Oh, there's the
yeah,
observation
okay.
that we're looking for.
And I see that we're gonna keep being first tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I can see the future as well on there.
Nice.
Now,
Not
Yeah.
bad.
not bad at all. On the
just-
other side of things, where's Furia? So Furia at the bottom now, 1 win and and 3 losses. So they're gonna have a rough ride. As will OG. They didn't get the best start today.
Yeah, 2 losses to Mouse Sports. But I think they have the 2 first games tomorrow, so 4 matches to potentially grab some wins.
You playing
against
OG?
guys.
I think we play OG.
Oh,
we have
cool.
2
So
games tomorrow.
at the very first game.
We'll
one?
find
Yes.
out now.
Oh, there you go.
Indeed, we play OG and Mouse Sports.
Look at this guy. It's a
Hot
natural.
damn.
Can't
Wow.
wait bloody desk.
I'm
Unbelievable.
stealing your job, guys.
Yeah, dude, come in. Open door. But so we get to see VP, and where's MIBR as well tomorrow? So they're playing
2
Mouse
last 2,
and
yeah.
Furia. Okay.
So how do you feel about the? I guess a lot of questions are going to be surrounding the OG lineup. Have you guys been practicing against them, or is
No,
this going to
never.
be a completely new
First
test for you
It's
guys?
completely new, but I think knowing NBK, first of all, I think he always get into good things. He always does good things with his teams. You see that the Vitality has been really good when
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he created the project.
Yeah.
That is a bit harder now. But yeah, I pretty much trust NBK to do something great with that team. Also, I saw that Valde has been playing really great today. I think they are a bit rusty because most of them haven't played competition for
Like
a
an
while.
official, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute,
yeah. So it's gonna take a while, but I'm pretty sure they will be good. Hopefully not tomorrow. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they can have a
Day
couple of
off.
days to work it out and give G2 their extend their lead. I guess we can wrap things up, guys. It's been a
Yeah.
fantastic day.
No,
There's
I
been-
feel good here.
Oh, you want to hang
Yeah,
out?
you wanna hang out?
Dude, yeah, okay.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Just put it like
Anything.
no,
Are
no,
you-
no, bro. You entertain me.
That-
We
yeah,
are
okay,
just,
we
we
entertain
have
him.
to be the dancing monkeys for
All
Kenny.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay, so I'll
Dog
do
and pony show.
cartwheels. And
Yeah, what do you got? Let's see a somersault.
A somersault?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe not our best of ideas, but perhaps.
I can do a really bad cartwheel.
Yeah, do that.
Now,
yes.
can you do it into the cameras where we go on live stream fails?
That guy walks
maybe
out.
not kill the entire camera.
Okay, everybody get your Twitch clips ready.
How?
It's okay. It's okay. That's you know what? That's literally all my football career ended. An injury like that.
Nice, guys. Well, you've hurt Kenny.
Related
If
accident.
I suck tomorrow, it's because of Alex.
Listen,
Wow.
It's not that I need my feet, but you know, like the pain, it's in your head.
Yeah,
The
look,
You put a
disclaimers are
focus
out.
on it.
I really, and I
Jesus.
haven't even got plausible deniability. There is video evidence of me going for a ninja assault. Bro.
Yeah, you can actually see it in your eyes.
No audio, of course. We won't listen to that part.
No,
we'll
we
just kind of
should-
see
probably
you
shouldn't.
do a flip into Kenny.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
alright. 120 kilos on my feet. It's alright.
120.
Let's step outside right now. Kenny.
You're super fit, bro. I told you many times that you look great.
Yeah, in fact, you have, and he always builds me up.
There's something in the water on the
Confidence.
island you guys
Yeah.
live on.
Yeah, we build each other up. you
Yeah, we
know?
need confidence.
That's what it's
That's-
all about.
I like it.
You gotta like. What's the point of being nasty to people, man?
It's true.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, Kenny, do you just ignore the people on the internet, or do you do the chat approach of actually talking to them?
Straight response.
No. Sometimes I'm being really like ignoring people, or if they are really like pushing, I'm being super cocky to them.
Yeah, or you just you
That's
give
the-
them what they want. You give them the ego.
Yeah, I'm like literally super cocky to them, so they just feel super bad, and I'm making sure that they
like-
know that whatever they say, I'm not impacted.
Yeah, like
Even
you
though
want
sometimes
them
It's
they
like
to know.
slamming them down.
Like the bigger man, no matter what.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, well, I'm the bigger man, 120 kilos.
But you're a tall guy, you know.
Yeah, oh shut
You
up.
don't see
Big
it. You
tone.
don't see it on camera, but
Yeah, well, I've lost 10 kilos actually.
Yeah, he
I'm
has.
100,
He's trimmed
110
it.
now, 110.
Alex has been on a grind. I've noticed he has trimmed several pounds.
I'm
or
continuing. More
maybe
trimming
kilos,
to go.
however you wanna-
Actually, yeah. If you guys want to keep track of Alex's progress, you can follow his Instagram.
Instagram stories, bro. I was about to say it. Literally, like he's faking. He's going to the gym, take
Yeah.
a picture, and leave. That's all he does.
Seen it firsthand.
Just like, sorry, I know I'm not looking to use the equipment. I just need to take a picture. Is that okay?
No, I don't need a membership,
No, no,
man.
no,
It's cool.
yeah,
There it
take
is.
my card, take my
You know,
card.
just a bit of water. Like he takes the water in the cup and spit
It's
it
like,
on
oh,
himself.
yeah,
and like,
yeah, hard workout.
That's it. That's my secret. You
Damn.
cracked the code, and I do believe it's about time we wrap this one up. So from myself, Kenny, Trace, Halvor, Henry, Chad, and of course Sean Gares, and of course all of the button pushers and wiggle wagglers backstage, we say thank you and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Adios. Buenos noches.
That was cool.